coffee wasn't good there, Jason?
No. Yeah. Well,
Didn't you make your own?
yeah, either that or, if you eat certain food and the food leaves an aftertaste and then doesn't blend
Mhm.
with the coffee, I think that's the problem because this is one of my favorite ones that we have, and that's like tastes a little different.
It's a
It's the
minty
worst.
pecan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's the worst when you wake up, have to brush your teeth. So on the weekends, I'll drink my coffee and then brush my teeth. That way, like I kind of have a fresh day. Like, because I wake up and I drink coffee immediately. But work obviously is a little bit different because like I'm usually drinking my coffee on the way to work and I can't not brush my teeth going to work. So
hmm
I brush my teeth and then I go drink my coffee and I'm like, oh God, that's terrible.
Oh, the worst is orange juice and brushing your teeth.
Oh God, that one's miserable.
That is horrible. Yeah. So it's like I ate French toast, so I got all the syrup, butter, and sweetness sitting in my mouth still, and then trying to blend with the coffee. It's just not working.
So
That sounds
7:30.
good. Oh,
7:30 in the morning, and
That's good.
you've already made your French toast. I mean, I ate a bowl of like dry Lucky Charms over here. Like, I feel like you're overachieving a little bit.
I had some granola bites.
Am I overachieving? I don't know. Miles got up at 6, so I've been up for a while.
Oh God, that sounds miserable. Yeah, I
Yeah.
rolled out of bed at 7:15 and
Oh.
walked up here, made my coffee, grabbed my Lucky Charms, and came up here.
I don't
That
want
was
to say
the
what
plan.
time I woke up, but it was like day to day.
Yeah, the
So
original
you
plan
got up.
was
You
to
got
go.
up 5 minutes ago.
No. I got up at 5 a.m.
Oh God,
I got
why?
I got a whole workout in.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
I'm like, no more morning podcasts because you two are making me feel like a POS right now. We stayed up until midnight last night watching the Formula One movie. So
It's a good movie.
F1?
Yeah.
yeah, we let the boys watch it. There's not really nothing in there, but
Yeah.
I think I was the only one that stayed awake in the entire movie. Like both boys fell asleep. Casey was sleeping in the corner of the couch. Like at some point, I think there was 30 minutes left in the movie. I looked around. I was like, oh, everyone's asleep. Just
It's
watch this myself.
Party
it's
of
a
one.
little slow. It's good, but it's a little slow at times.
Yeah, the beginning middle has a little bit, but it's like I think they do a great job of doing that little like the montages in between,
Mhm.
Yes.
and it picks it up a little bit. But isn't Jerry Bruckheimer the same guy that did Top Gun? Oh,
I don't think so. I don't think the original one. I don't think it was. I think it was like Don Simpson or something like that.
What's Jerry Bruckheimer done then? Like, what's he famous for? Because I feel like his style
Transformers.
of editing. Oh, was that what that is?
Transformers, The Rock. He might have been behind it. I don't know if he was the actual director. Like, he's like those executive producers.
Yeah, I'm looking this up because it's gonna bother me because I know he did something because like the style of movie. No, I think he did do Top Gun.
Okay, he did. Okay.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean, Top Gun, National Treasure. Okay. Bad
But
Boys.
he wasn't director.
The Rock. He is partnered with Don Simpson a lot in the 80s, 90s, which probably makes sense that they have similar styles.
Okay. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
sometimes he's behind stuff, but he's not directing
Yeah.
it, but he's in charge.
Yeah. There's just a very distinct, it is very Top Gun-esque, the movie.
Yes.
Very
And I've
Top
heard that
Gun-esque.
about that. I mean, when I watched it, I was like, okay, I can relate to it. Oh my gosh, Guy Ritchie, his movies
Oh, God.
got a
yeah.
very signature style.
You know his movies immediately. He did all the Knives Out movies, didn't he?
I think so.
I think so.
I haven't watched those in a long time.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Cool.
we kind of dove straight in there. Welcome everyone. It is a nice early morning. We'll call it Scrambling Dads. We had Jason wasn't feeling great on Wednesday when we typically film. Thursday I couldn't do because I had an open house at the kids' school, and then it was family time. We kind of bounced around. We were pretty busy. It was funny. We were like, okay, well, we're gonna postpone, or Marcus and I is gonna jump on. And I think my text back to the boys was, when can we all even get together? And it was like, there was like one time Saturday morning before Marcus goes on vacation. It's like, all right, well, I guess we're getting on Saturday morning.
Hey, it works. That's part of what we do. We're scrambling. That is who we are. So this makes perfect sense.
It does. So speaking of scrambling, we've got some things coming up this week, and more specifically today. So we'll start with this week, and then we'll back into what's going to happen later today. So, Jason, you excited about our scramble?
Oh, our scramble? Yes, actually, I am.
We all know, have not touched a club out in the outdoor environment since, I don't know, I'm gonna say second week of January.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Same.
Is that when you two last played?
No,
Is
I
that
played
that work event?
First week of January.
That was the first week of January, and then the week after I played with my buddy over at Fields Ranch. But that's the last time I touched my clubs, is playing with Field. I cannot get comfortable today.
But that's outside though, because I know you've done some work at the studio.
Yeah, I mean, I go up to the studio 2 hours a week right now, or 3 hours a week, and get my practice in. But that's still like, I have not touched like a downhill lie, uphill lie, side slope. I haven't hit out of real sand.
Wet grass.
Long grass.
The wind. Like, I've had zero issues.
Reading putts.
I haven't even touched my putter. Like, when I go practice, I've just been hitting.
Oh, God.
Things automatic anyway.
Yeah.
This scramble is going to be you don't know how bad. If I really just like, I'm focused financially on some other stuff right now. If I had the funds, you don't know how bad I would go trade in my putter and get the new blade lab that we were talking about, Jason.
Oh my gosh.
Just to mess with you, like show up with a new putter and not even tell you about it.
Hey, but that's my style.
Yeah, that is more your style. No, I have not touched my putter. I haven't touched anything. Like, it is, I go and I hit my wedges, my 8-iron, and driver inside and work through my swing, and that's it. So playing outside for the first time in 12 weeks is going to be interesting.
Well, you got the putt view at the studio, so you could, and you have a chipping putting green in your backyard.
Yeah. Point.
So you're pretty much relying on me, Gary, or this rando that we have.
Yeah, I just want to set expectations that you're not getting a +1 in the scramble. I mean, I'm probably going to be, my iron game and my wedges might play fine. My driver, was always hit or miss. It's either a +3 or 10. And, the rest of my game's probably going to be pretty bad.
All right. Well, hey, just know that just your expectations here. So just enjoy the day. And it's supposed to be beautiful weather from what I can tell right now.
Which I'm really happy, because I cannot find my dang Harleston's hoodie. Because I was going to try to wear that today when I woke up, and I was like, it's not hanging up. I don't know when the last time I wore it was, and I can't find it in any basket. So I'm glad it's going to feel good.
No,
because
I've got New York, because all my stuff's in the laundry.
Laundry day.
Yep.
Damn laundry day.
But yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm excited. I haven't even looked at the weather, honestly. Yeah, I know it's actually supposed to get warm towards the end of next week, like 90s.
It'll be warm. The only issue, because we know the bridges, is just be how bad the wind's going to be pushing that day.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it is looking like 88 as a high that day, with only right now about 10 to 15 miles per hour wind,
which is 20 to 30 up there.
Yeah, that's right now.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, I have not played, so we will see. I don't know last time Gary's played outside. He's also a member up at IGP, so I know he does some stuff there.
Cool. But, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, Jason.
No pressure.
And God knows what the single's going to bring. Hey, we might get hooked with a ringer on the singles.
I hope so. I'll put Dawn in there. Give us the winner. So I want to walk away with a prize and a trophy.
Prize and a trophy. I don't think they give trophies there. Well, we're going into Yeah, we are. But we're going into spring break. Marcus, you're heading out here, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, headed out here in a couple hours. So naturally try to get the last workout in before going on vacation. So that's the main reason I was motivated to get up this morning. So not trying to overachieve here. Just
Setting
won't
the
touch a
bar.
weight.
Set the
Yeah.
bar.
I'm just not gonna touch a weight for like 4 days. So
Is that long for you?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm more of the body weight style workout person. I'll just do the push-ups, sit-ups type things. I have a
Yeah.
tonal at the house and I don't even ever touch it.
Yeah, I haven't gone and worked out in a while. My workout consists of leg lifts with carrying Miles or Miles curls, just carrying the baby around. That's all I've got.
That's the base of dad strength right there. It's just
Hey,
20-pound weights at
Yes.
different positions.
Well,
Great
it's worse
squat
when they start
position.
squirming
Yeah.
and start pushing away. It's like, oh my God. It's like, oh, don't push. Hold on.
Yeah,
Don't
but
move.
it's working out your core. You got to really engage that
It
core to
is.
hold them in there.
Oh, it is. Believe it or not. It's like, wow, this is a lot of work.
The other day I was wrestling around with Bella on the floor and she wanted, to play that whole airplane game. I was like, babe, like we did that when you were like 1 or 2. Like, I don't know if I could lay on my back and hold you off the ground 90 degrees. I don't know if my core is there anymore. I got a little workout in trying that with her.
Oh my gosh. It's like, snap. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I mean, you got a 30, 40-pound kid that wants to just be tossed around like they were when they were 2. It's a little bit different.
Yeah. So what else you got planned for Broken Bow? You guys just R&R or you actually got activities going on?
I don't know. So this is, I think last week we a little talked about a little bit about like what the dad you thought you would be and what you really are. And so like all the dad memes of like, oh, I'll just show up and see what happens. That's kind of, it's going to be an adventure for me and the kids because we both don't know what's going on. Because Blake planned everything. So I'm sure we're going to hike. I'm sure we're going to do some stuff at the house. I don't know. I'm there for the ride. So that's kind of how I've been, going here the last couple weeks or last couple months.
Is that pretty typical for your trips? Blake does everything.
She, I don't want to expose her, but she has like her the next 5 to 6 years of trips already planned. She's shared with me, like we have like a Apple Notes, so she shared with me and she'll write like, hey, 2026 this is what we're doing, 2027 this is what we're doing, 2028 this is what we're doing. So she already has all that planned out. So if I want to know what we're doing, I could easily go look in there and see what we're doing this year and next year. But she is just planning everything and I just kind of show up, which is great. I'm okay with it.
A simple yes also would have sufficed there.
No, but I feel like a little exposure of where we are would be helpful. It's cool.
We need
though.
some context. We need some background and context to fill and make the story a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I think, Jason, remind me, is it Shelby that plans most of your trips or you?
It's a little both. So we're leaving tomorrow to Fredericksburg, which is just a quick R&R with her family. So her and her mom and them kind of just planned it. So I'm just showing up for a couple of days. But our Italy trip, I've taken the horns on, but I get her input. So I'm like, hey, this is kind of what we're looking at. I found some stuff. What are we looking at as far as we know we got Miles, so our pace is going to be slower. We've been there before, so we've seen a lot of all the touristy attractions. So we're going basically for ourselves, see a few things, but more of we want to kind of be more local. Just relax and enjoy more in the presence of being there and kind of stay a little away from some of the tourist areas for most of the trip. So it's kind of a mixed bag.
I like those vacations more.
Yeah. No. Well, that's I asked because I think Case and I are flipped of most couples. I'm more of the type A between the two of us.
Mm.
And I think it's usually most of the wives are the type A's, the ones that plan the whole thing, and then you got the passenger prince, the husband that doesn't know where he is.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Shelby's all be about being a passenger princess.
Yeah, Casey, like I love her, and she even jokes about it herself. Like, there's times that I kind of tell her what to pack, like whether we're headed, and it's like, hey, just let's. And she's good. Like, I planned the whole Spain trip. Granted, that was kind of a birthday surprise for her, so I did that intentionally. But it probably would have been that way anyways. Like, I planned the whole Spain Portugal trip day to day. She had no clue what we were doing each day.
Yeah, I love when I don't plan it. We actually, so I guess Casey's mom, she plans our vacations technically.
Oh,
We
do you
go
still
through
use her?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's who Blake, me and her just kind of talk about it, and it's like, all right, this is what we want to do. I'm like, all right, cool. And so
Hey,
yeah,
I'm down. I'm down for a shameless plug of my mother-in-law.
yeah,
Destined, great company to work with. You
yeah,
know, they plan everything. She sends us when we go to Mexico. We use her, and I know it's her and I talk, which is funny thing. So when we do any family trip with all of us, her and I will talk, and no one else really chimes in. Like, it's literally is her and I texting. At some point, we move it off the group chat to just us two. We're like, all right, what day do we want to leave? What flights do we want to
Yeah.
get on? Hey, do you want the transport to pick y'all up first or us up first? Like, it is hilarious that her and I kind of just like, all right, where you go
Yeah.
handle this, and y'all can just show up.
It is awesome working with her, just because we usually just say that what we're looking for, destination, and then she'll just give us like 3 options, and then it's like, all right, that's the one. It's
That's
great.
awesome.
I love
I
it.
didn't realize you still used her.
Oh yeah, all the time. That's like when I want to go relax. Like I tell Blake, hey, call Casey's mom up. Like, I want to go somewhere, and so that's it. Like, that's my motion to move, and then she takes care of the rest.
Oh gosh, now that I think about it, I think I still coordinate a lot of the dates, a lot of the things that we do. I know with this, literally, I made like a whole calendar because I needed to see it laid out, and they're like, "Well, what day we're doing this?" I'm like, "I thought you guys wanted to be kind of more casual, so I put a day, but I don't know if that's the day we're gonna go." So I'm like,
Yeah.
and I just bookend it, knowing that if we're gonna go to do from like Florence to Venice, because we are gonna do that, I'm like, we're definitely gonna want a chill day back at Florence because that's gonna be a grueling day. So we'll have another R&R day in one location, then we'll relocate. And I just kind of planned it like that. We only have like three hubs, places we're staying, and then just a couple of main sites that we want to see.
Yeah.
And then the rest is just, let's just kind of be there.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's our next year. We're 2027. We're shooting to do Spain, and we can't decide on a second place. We've talked
Italy.
Paris. We've
Did you already
talked
do Italy?
France. We've not done any. I don't really have much desire to do Italy.
Are you looking southern Spain? Because this is the one thing I've learned is try to minimize your transportation between locations.
Yeah, we're gonna do Barcelona, and we want to finish up in Mallorca. So we want to do like 2 days in Barcelona with the kids, and then we want to do a handful, 3-4 days in Mallorca, just relaxing. So the front end of the trip, we want to do kind of go, like sightsee, tour, or do everything. We've already been to Barcelona, so that'll be kind of similar to what you're saying. That's just, the kids don't care about museums and the grotto and stuff like that. They just care about the environment. So we just want to go hang out at the plazas and enjoy it like we're a local in Barcelona. Because that is where Casey and I would love to retire, is Barcelona.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we don't know what we're going to do on the front end of the trip. I would love to do Germany. And we want to go, as bad as it is, we want to take the kids out of school and go in September. Feel kind of bad doing that because I don't know if it is reasonable for a 6th and 4th grader to miss, 8 days of school. But
at that point, I think they actually are still potentially can be truant for attendance in Texas.
I think 6th grade, yeah, they actually start focusing on, and that's not an excused absence. So I don't know. We've talked about it because like going in May to June or July sounds miserable because everyone does it. everyone's going. It's busy. Like when Casey and I went to Spain in September, like it truly felt like we had moved there. Like
Yeah.
it didn't really seem like there were obviously tours, and we did some actual tours scheduled, but it just, I don't know, it felt different. It wasn't as busy. FC Barcelona kicked off their soccer season, so we were able to catch a game. Like,
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like I would have loved to combine this trip with Greece because when I went to Greece, that so far hands down, I would go to Greece. Again, I would live in Greece. That it's a place that it kind of just spoke to me in a way, like just the scenery, the views, like all of it, just kind of all the atmosphere. But Germany is also really cool. Got a few days in Germany on a previous trip. That is one
Mhm.
place I want to go back to as well.
Yeah, my dad spent a ton of time in Germany when he was traveling for work, and he loved it. So that's on my list. And then when I turn 40, my plan is to go to Scotland, England, play golf.
So is that next year?
No, that isn't 4 years, sir.
You're sitting there like my core doesn't work. I can't do your airplane list, Bella. I can't.
No, I was just talking about how, we exercise the core a little bit. I don't do typical 50-pound kettlebell twists, My core doesn't need to look like the rocks here. So, so I don't know. I would love to do Germany, but back to local. So you're going Broken Bow. We are doing nothing for spring break. We are hanging out at home. We have zero plans. Actually, we have stuff going on today, but zero plans. Grayson has 3 baseball games next week.
Oh,
Friday,
dang.
Saturday, Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he had the rain out from 2 weeks ago, rescheduled on Sunday, and then he already had a Friday, Saturday game. So
Dang.
Gosh.
Yeah. That baseball's intense. The schedule, yeah, it's nuts.
Wow. I was
yeah,
actually asking Grayson when we were over at doing the photos, do they do 5 or 7 innings for their age? What's their age group? What's the parameters of their games?
I think
Or is it a time limit or both?
it's a time limit mainly, but I think they're 5. We have not played a full game, like a full inning.
Okay, so like after 2.5 hours, like, all right, game is that's
I
it.
think it's 80 minutes,
Okay.
80 or 90-minute, or 5 innings, if I remember correctly. But
Okay.
I think there's also a mercy run rule, because we finished earlier than I thought we were supposed to the other night, but we were up 15-0.
Oh, I bet there is a mercy rule.
Yeah, and it's 7 innings. It's 7 runs per inning. So at some point, so it kind of sucks because the back end of your batting order only hits like once per game at this age. And it's like, you really need them to have more reps, but they're also not the best hitters. So it's like, it's really hard. Like you almost have to you pick your top 3 and then you put 1 or 2, not so great. And then you do your next set of good ones and you just have to rotate that through. And we're also, I think, getting to the age that participation is becoming less and less of a thing. Everyone still bats, but this coach that we're working with, he says you're going to play your actual position 70% of the time. So if we only play 2 out of, or 2 or 3 innings, Grayson's playing catcher 2 innings, and he's either sitting the bench or playing in the field the last inning. So I think it's becoming a lot less. Like we have our starting 9, and after that, we'll try to get people in.
Yeah, it's funny. The mercy rule has been crept into more of the high school sports as well. Asking some students, and one of the soccer teams got mercy ruled, and I was like, "What?
It's a mercy rule?
Varsity soccer? They're adding mercy rules everywhere. I don't know if it was a UIL thing that just say, it's already at this score. It's more embarrassing to let them keep piling it on, or what's the point? Because statistically, odds are they're probably not going to come back, and just call it. So I'm not sure that. I've been out of soccer 4 years, and I've heard it was coming, but I didn't know how soon. So I know for sure this last year, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or so, it was
Dang.
implemented.
That's, they
Yeah.
should. I think they should not do mercy rule. They should probably implement some other rules. Like, I don't know if you can really
Like a
implement taking
nonstop clock or something, or they
a
should.
nonstop, a running clock. So in lacrosse, they call it X. So you know how it's like hockey, where it can go behind the goal. So when you get up, not varsity, obviously youth. When you get up by, I think it's 7, you have to go through what they call X, which is the spot behind the goal. So there's no breakaways. There's no like 2-on-1s, because that does happen a lot. You win a midfield ground ball and all of a sudden it's a transition and it's 3-on-2 and you can score pretty easily. So you go behind. And then like when we played our first game, our 6th graders, because it's a 5-6 team, they got up pretty high on this team. I mean, it was like, I think 8-0, 8-1 at halftime. So the coach played the younger kids, the 5th graders. Like they actually pulled away all the good kids and they went and did their own practice and we ended up losing the game because they just weren't as good as the other team, and it is what it is. But my point is, like, I think that's also on the coach. Like, I think mercy rule sucks for both sides, because it's a great opportunity for your subs to get game experience. But if you just mercy rule, they didn't get to play. But the other team is suffering because, I mean, they're just getting their butts kicked in every week.
Yeah.
I think there's some other parameters you can put in before just calling the game.
When I was just JV2 girls, and maybe JV 1 or 2 years, just bouncing on that end. And when the few times where we were up, we made them force it. Like, hey, you got to make, I don't know, call it 6 cross-field transition passes on our half on the defensive side, working the ball left to right. And then once you hit that 6th, then you can move forward. Like learning their spacing and transitioning, switching fields, then go. And then if it didn't happen, then great, you crunch it in and whatever, but slow it, like pretty much just slow the game down.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what needs to happen. Even like on the baseball side, we stopped stealing home. Like we'd get on base and we'd let them steal 2nd and 3rd, because it's just good practice. Because in Little League, you can't go until the ball crosses the plate. So it's just good practice. But we stopped letting them steal on a pass ball from the catcher because their catch just wasn't good. So it's like, I think that's more on the coaches to put some parameters into, like, still make it a learning experience for everyone involved. Not just cancel the game. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Is there a mercy rule in the Pee Wee soccer world that you know of, Marcus?
I don't think so. No, because they ran up the score on us the last game.
Did they keep score? Did they actually keep
No.
score?
I don't know.
Okay.
No,
I think the
not at
parents
those
do.
ages. Yeah.
No. But it's at that age, it's also really hard to tell the kids not to score. Like, y'all know Bella. Like, I was supposed to tell her, hey, steal the ball and then run it to the goal and then don't score it. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Using the little pug goals.
No, that just won't happen. So I think that's tough, but no one counts. Like, it's just that 4U and 5. Marcus is what, 5, 6U? 7U.
Yeah.
So I guess he's a little more serious, but the girls, Addie and Bella, that's just run and kick the ball.
Yeah.
And if you score, have fun.
And that's me just yelling on the sideline. So
he's the Ken or the Kevin or the Kyle.
the Ken.
Ken.
All right, let's get into the biggest thing that's going to happen today. And it's not the fact that everyone gets to listen to our amazing voices. Jason, you're playing in a tournament today.
How you feeling?
Yep.
This has been on the vision board for 2 years.
A little slow, a little procrastinations. That's fine. It's happening. I'm right now. I'm cool. Like, I'm actually feel prepared. And it's like I went to the range yesterday and I actually only hit like half of a large bucket because body actually feels pretty good. No like real major aches or pains. Contact. I mean, all of it was just good. So I didn't need to spend a lot of time just grinding. And just kind of, I was thinking more of like, what's one thing I could do just to kind of keep the swing process going instead of like get creative or something like that, and learning just to make sure I'm making that contact with the ball. So it's just taking 1 or 2 cues. And then one of the biggest things now I'm figuring out is just what tempo I kind of like for me, because I do like the slow because it gets me deliberately into a better plane, but I have a harder time transitioning. than if I did something more like a John Rahm, like coming back, or maybe not quite as far with a full shoulder turn, maybe almost like 80%, 90% instead of the shoulders still not pointing directly down and then going. So it's a little bit faster. It seems like it works better for me, at least on my irons. So that's been helping out. And then obviously I'm playing a course I know pretty well. And I looked at the tee sheet and it looks like it's like a combo blue and white tees at Heritage. So not super long. And then when I did my practice round, par fives was driver. Um, and then other than that, maybe a couple par fours, but then the other par fours, Heritage, it's
Mhm.
a lot of layup positions. So it was 5 wood a
Yeah,
lot of
it's a
times.
second shot hole or a second shot course.
So
You
I've
got to
been
keep the
I've
first
worked
one in
on,
play, but yeah, as long as you are in
yeah.
position, you're and go
So
for it.
the 5 wood, the 7 wood's gonna probably be in play. Um, Wind is gonna be howling around 17 to 20. So that's gonna be a little interesting. So knock down, actually put the driver loft down a little bit and positioned it so I was hitting more bullet stuff yesterday
Mhm.
into the wind. So that helped a lot. And then I've got a ton of golf balls. And so I said, of my golf balls between the Pro V, Chrome, whatever, I said, playing in a lot of wind today. And I did AI stuff. I said, like, based on statistical stuff, what is the best? And right now, the triple diamond is the best one for cutting through the wind because there's one, two, I think all their par fives are into the wind, except, and then one's maybe a semi crosswind, and then a couple
Gotcha.
par fours. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, two
But
of those par fives are pretty tough uphill.
yeah, so if I can get, especially since even though it rained, I think the fairways are still pretty firm. I think if I can get a low runner, it'll definitely
Mhm.
cover some ground as long as my line is pretty decent.
What's your tee times, right? Not shotgun, or is it
We're tee
shotgun?
timed. Yeah,
Tee times.
154.
So what's your plan off the first tee? What club you hitting? 'Cause that is a tricky
Uh,
hole.
yeah. So last time I played it, I played blues. So that was a 5 wood, and I smoked a 5 wood, and it hit the speed channel, and it got down there within like 40 yards of the green because it
Mhm.
went right down the hill. With the whites, I could probably do still 5 wood and actually probably get the green, but I think I'm probably gonna lay back and do seven.
Yeah, I
Seven
think
wood, just
that's
get into that landing area.
I think that's why I ask because so for Marcus's um knowledge, I'm gonna say it's like a 60-degree dogleg left. It's not like a heavy, but it
Mhm.
goes
No.
right to left. But if you go long in the fairway, it's trees and houses. So like
Mhm.
you can't go long or it's but then I'm gonna say inside of 100, you kind of hit the top of the hill and it takes it down towards the green, but then the green is elevated again. So it's kind of like a valley.
Gotcha.
And the green slopes, if I remember correctly, back to front. Because if you hit the
Yeah.
back, it'll
Mhm.
go off the back, and then you're chipping up 20 feet back to the
Yep.
green.
Mhm.
Um, so why I'm asking is that is a nervy tee shot and can potentially be a nervy second shot because you can force yourself into a 40, 50-yard wedge shot on your first one when nerves really haven't settled. So I'm asking from a someone's been through these tournaments. I've almost never taken driver off the first tee. And a lot of that's probably my confidence in a driver, but I always play to a full swing second shot, no matter the hole.
Mhm. And
So on
that's
this
the
one, I was asking.
yeah. So that's the part I've been trying to figure out, and the first hole is gonna be downwind. So that's where it's gonna get tricky because I am trying to map it so I do have a second full.
Mhm.
It could be a sand, it could be a lob or whatever, but trying to figure out what that number is. But
Yeah.
yeah, you've hit that speed slot down that hill. Because I was in an awkward lie when I did my practice round. Still got it great, hit the green, but it rolled actually released right off to the left's edge,
Mhm.
landed like 4 feet from the pin, and then took off. I was like, dang it.
The left miss is the better miss if I remember correctly though. I don't think it
Depends
slopes
on
as
how
much away
left.
from the
The
green.
whole
Yeah.
left is lined with trees. The right opens up more favorably, but the problem is if you go too far right, then you have another set of trees that blocks the green.
Mm,
So
yeah.
it's a narrow window to go into. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The nerves, just see how everything settles and just trying to make solid contact. I would say the one thing that might be like, I don't know these guys. So then, they all see your handicap, even though mine's not totally accurate. I don't think. I think it's higher than what it is just because I haven't played enough rounds since I've played decently. So like, oh, who's this guy? He's got 11 index right now, but I'm probably playing more like a 13 at this stage.
Mhm.
So I'm more curious I'm like, they're not gonna say anything, but it's kinda like
No. And you're gonna be paired with people in your own flight, so you're all gonna be
pretty close.
comparable.
Yeah.
You're all gonna be comparable in golf. I wouldn't worry too much. Dude, I've gone out and shot a 90 in a tournament like this before. Like, it's just sometimes you have a bad day, sometimes you have a good day, and if you haven't been playing and a lot of times, you use stuff like this as a tune-up for the bigger tournaments, like for, your scratch players, they might be coming and doing something like this just to get practice for a tournament that's coming in a month, right? Because it's game reps. So I wouldn't worry about any of that. Just
Yeah.
stay within your lane, stay within your warm up, your shot setup, and you'll be
Yeah, if
fine.
I can just that's what I was working on yesterday. It's like, if I could just make solid contact and just kinda rebuild because, still working on the stuff Ben and I have talked about, and then still getting more comfortable with the left low putting and getting a feel for what that is. So, that part is not too bad. The practice round, it wasn't bad. Getting off the tee, most of the time getting off the tee has not been an issue. It's that second shot, getting in the gur or the small chip, and then at that point, it's just I got to make that putt, and so it's
Yeah.
coming down to that little mid to short game where it's been a little finicky lately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's always tough.
you sound prepared though. So sounds like you know what you're getting into and what headspace you're trying to get into. So as long as you keep level headed, I think you'll do great.
That's what I'm hoping for, and just I can't have any blow up holes. And if I do, then just bring it back. That's why I tell my kids, you got blow up hole. All right, it's the next shot,
Yeah.
next hole.
If you do, it
Just
doesn't
move on.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's one of those two, you set your expectations on what you want out of this, and you forget about everything else. So if it's, hey, I'm playing my first tournament and I want to break 80, right? You go in and if I shoot a 79, 80, or even an 81, I'm like, okay, I did fine. I might be 10 strokes behind the person that beat me in my flight, but I went in with what I wanted to get out of the tournament
Hmm.
in something like this. So
Yeah.
just pick what you want to get out of the tournament and stick.
Honestly, with the wind that's predicted to come in, if I can get around 90, that's my number. If I get better than 90, that's a win.
So here's just my advice on the wind. I would not adjust your swing for the wind. I
Okay.
mean, if
Yeah.
it's not something that you're doing every day and practicing flighting and different shapes, cutting it into the wind, drawing it in, I would play your shot and let the wind do its thing. So if it's downwind, okay, you add your, what is it, 10% or 1 for 1 yard or something like that. If you are into the wind, do your calculation and just play 3 clubs up. Like
Hmm.
I've been perfectly fine hitting a 7 iron into a 130-yard pin because I just let the wind do its thing before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
don't
I
hit the ball
mean,
that high. So I would just let you swing your swing and adjust for the wind.
yeah. Yeah. And I've been practicing, like you said, like take a 7 or I take a 6 to cover like 150 yardage, but
Mhm.
then I choke down on the 6 and then make an easier swing and still get the loft of the 6 iron, but it's helping it, get that distance without having to overpower
Yeah.
like a 8 or a
Hmm.
7. So that is something I've been trying to work on myself and then trying to get the team to trying to figure out like, hey, it's okay. It's not an ego game as far as, oh, I hit a 7 there. Take a choke down 6. Like,
Yeah.
all they care about is what your score is.
Exactly. And that's why I say, like, no one's going to see that you played, a 60-yard cut because you played the wind coming off the left.
No.
They're just going to see that you hit a ball in fairway. Right.
Mhm.
So that's why I say just play the wind and have fun with it. Like, you're going to frustrate yourself being like, oh, the wind didn't do what I wanted it to do. Or, oh, I didn't cut that
Gosh.
enough. And I've been there and I think I'm just at the point that's like, no, like if I know I can't trust a punch shot, then I'm just gonna hit my normal drive, and it might only go 220, and I'm just gonna deal with it after that. Like,
I I usually just look at it, it's like, okay, I know wind's left to right or downwind. I still hit it and just like, I know I do this. I go, huh, I guess it just didn't work out. Like I'm very good about the wind, just like, huh, oh well. It didn't do what it did. Dude.
yeah, that's the hardest part, and I'm gonna have to give myself that same when we go out for this, scramble. It's always windy up there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
it's
to give
gonna be
myself that same
bad.
conversation of just, play the wind. I haven't been playing enough to command my ball like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. The only thing I've done differently is just a lot because of what the swing changes, I've been getting more height on my driver, and I'm like, it's flying a little too high anyways. So, um, like you said, I'm not changing my swing. Like I kept the swing, I'm not forcing it to go low. I just said I got an adjustable driver, 3 woods, things like that. Just knock even 1 degree down, and it made a difference. It made it more penetrating. So,
Yeah.
and again, kept the same swing and just let the club do the work. And hopefully it pays off today.
Yeah, we've prepared. How are you gonna warm up? Do you have your warm up
Um,
schedule?
yeah, so I'm gonna get out there obviously early enough, but one of the biggest things I've personally have done, and you know this, is the muscle activation. Like I'm not worried about hitting a ball for the like 10 minutes or whatever. Like I want to make sure I'm engaging and activating the muscles, doing some of the drills that we both know to kind of get the muscles tuned, and then start diving into it. So going through a good muscle activation process. Um, and then I don't know. I'm not sure how packed the range will be, so that's why I'm not worried about that. And if
It's a
then
small range.
go to putting, I think
Yeah.
start with the short game stuff first. And then if I only get time for 10 full swings, then
Well, you can't even hit your driver on that range anyways.
no. And then
It
with the
maxes
wind
it maxes
today,
out at what, 230?
230, 250, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and if the wind's pushing downwind, yeah, driver's not even gonna be in play, and like I said, drivers like, I mapped it out, 2 days ago when I got the pairings and the tee boxes. Like I said, the par 5s, there's, like, 3 or 4 of them, and then only a couple par 4s. The rest is all position shots of
Yeah.
5 wood, 7 wood, so that's kinda where
Yeah.
we're at. I
Okay.
am
Well,
lucky, though, they did the par 3s a little bit shorter because that means I don't have to go with the 5 or 6 iron on the par 3.
the 16 par 3 is tough. I
Yeah.
want that creek down the left side.
Mm, that one's a tough one. Actually, I play better on that hole than I do on number 4. They're about the same distance,
Yeah, they're
but
about the same distance. Four's tough.
4's just tough. It's just kind of long and
It's
up a little
it,
grade.
it has a lot more room to miss, but it's still a tough chip,
Yeah.
regardless of where you land.
Yeah,
All the missed
because
spots.
it's like a volcano. Like, literally, the
Yeah.
greens up here, everything around it just kind of funnels. Huge bunker on the right, everything
That
else
course
is
has
like
a lot of elevated greens.
yeah.
So it's a lot of false fronts, a lot of elevated greens. Conditions are usually amazing there. I will say though, it has the same variation of 5 holes. Like there's 4 par 4s that are very similar to each other. So if you
Mhm.
can master one, you can master
Mhm.
a game plan for all of them. Kind of think 2 of the par 5s are about the same. So
Yeah, they
it's an interesting
are.
course. But good. Well,
It's like,
you sound prepared. You sound like you're ready for it. So
yeah, I'm gonna go
I'm
have a
ready
good
to get the
time.
text at 6 o'clock tonight and see how you did.
6, I mean, 2 o'clock, I'd be like probably 7,
7.
7:30. I don't know. I mean, obviously they pair all the Albatross championship tier
Yeah.
guys first so they can get going. And then I'm in the middle of the pack. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Playing white tees for the most of it. So it
Yeah.
should go relatively fast. I hope.
Yeah. I've never played a Grant Tour, so I don't know. I know
Now, I gotta
some of
ask
those are
because
fast.
I don't know. Are you gonna have a push cart or is it you carrying your bag? You have a caddy? How's this work?
They'll probably give us a cart just to help
Okay.
with the
The
speed up
speed
the
of it.
process,
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be
especially
a
out there.
cart. You'll ride with someone.
Yeah,
And
I'll be paired
that's
up with.
always the mental tough part of these tournaments is getting used to playing with strangers.
Wow.
Well, the good news for like the better part of what 10, 15 years, I always played with strangers. Yeah, until we kind of got
I
more hooked up and playing, it's more of just me going up by
yeah.
myself for the longest time. So that
I
part won't be an issue. It's just
yeah.
it's going to be more of if any of the guys that I play with are, that golfer.
I was about to say, it's like if I get
It's
paired up with that dude in the
and
cart,
man,
I don't know.
that's always a risk, and you're probably gonna have that guy. So
And it's kind of like, all right, I got to stay in my headspace and just let them do what they're going to do and see what happens.
I think just set the expectation that you're going to be with the golfer that's going to be throwing clubs around. And then when he's not, and it's like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah. I know. I'm waiting for all the F bombs and all this, and dang it, why not? That broke left instead of breaking right. Like, dude, whatever. It missed.
yeah, and you're right there and I can say this because I came through that handicap level that 9 to 12, where you see moments of amazing, but you're still at 9 to 12 for a reason. But it's hard for your brain to truly and you get I think there's more guys that are that type of golfer in that window of handicap than when you get down to the sub fives.
Oh yeah,
The
there's a
sub fives get
huge.
mad, but it's usually not like volatile mad, not like this. But and I was there. I mean, I threw a club once or twice. I've been there.
Gosh, I did toss a club over the summer.
Wow. Have you seen that punching bag that you can buy that mounts to the golf cart? So instead of like breaking a club, or it's like a speed bag that you just walk up and hit.
That's actually ingenious.
I thought
pretty
so.
good.
But the problem
Yeah.
is someone's going to try to hit it with a golf club, miss, and hit the rail of the cart and break their club and or the cart.
Oh, that's going to happen if that got put on there for sure. Yeah.
It's
That
that or
is gonna
someone's going to
happen.
miss and they're going to end up punching the cart.
Yeah.
And now they're going to need stitches on their hand.
Yeah. And the times, yeah. And it's like the
Especially
times
after a
I do
couple
get mad.
transfusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I get mad, it's usually on the short stuff.
Yeah. It's
Like just chunk a chip or something or approach. Like, especially after I hit a great drive that's in the fairway, I'm like, I'm in prime position, and then I blow the next shot.
I'd
It's
agree
like-
with you on that.
yeah.
Like that's the part that just gets me. Like,
That's the
because
worst.
it's like, okay, I've got momentum in the fairway. What the heck? My
because you're
40
thinking
yards
about
short.
the next shot instead of focusing on that one. You're thinking about the next one. I've been there so many freaking times, and it is annoying.
Yeah, that's it. I'm focusing. Ooh, I need to get this to the pin, and it's just like, no, just now. I've just been better about like this tone in now. Let's just focus on what I need to do to make this swing and get it to the green. And the practice round, it worked. I mean, it was the highest greens in regulation I think I ever had in a long time. And just, I mean,
Yeah.
sure, it was like 100 feet from the pin, but it was on the green. But it is
Yeah,
what it is.
Speaking of greens and regulation, I will say like the past few times, because when I go practice, I usually play at least 9 holes. I don't think, and I set it to auto 2-putt, but Jason knows this. That means it just puts a premium on hitting gers, because my auto 2-putt is anything on the green, and then the auto 1-putt's like an 8-foot. I suck it down pretty far, 8 or 6 feet diameter, just so it's a little more realistic. I'm not 1-putting something from 12 feet away. And I've stayed under, I think, 75 my last few times I've played. So like I've at least had command when you talk about hitting gers. Like I've actually had command of my irons to get on the green. So I'm interested to see if that plays on Thursday
Next week.
during ours. And I actually,
Okay. Do you put wind on in the simulation?
I've been doing without wind, just because I want to work on my shot. And I think TrackMan wind is a little unrealistic. Like
Okay, I've never used it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little tough. I think it's really good for practice because you learn, but I think it accentuates it a lot more than it does in real life.
That's possible, yeah. And then, I mean, to be honest, that makes sense too, because depending on literally like today, I'm playing a golf ball that's a little bit more knockdown spin for wind. TrackMan doesn't always pick that kind of calibration up when it's just adjusting.
Yeah, it's
like you
looking
hit
at
it
its
with.
launch angle and spin. That's what it's calculating off of. It's not. It can't see what it's doing 100 yards down the line.
Yeah. So yeah,
So,
I'd be
I
curious
mean-
to see how it all plays out today. I hope it doesn't bite me though. Like it worked too good. Sometimes it's like
Nah.
it penetrates well enough, and then all of a sudden you get like a crazy run out, and then I'm in trouble.
No, I think you're more your bigger consideration if it's truly a lower spin ball that penetrates is catching some knuckleballs that the wind is gonna push around. That's why I'm saying just play your shot, play into the wind, and let that way you know what's happening, and
Yeah.
the spin's gonna help control it anyways. So
I just hope the greens softened up with some of the weather we've had. I'd be
I can
curious to
almost
see.
can almost assure you it didn't between practice round and now. Not much rain, and they probably are mowing and rolling that today.
Yeah, well, luckily the boys played a tournament Tuesday out there, and it poured on us, but um, the greens held better. But man, for Heritage, they were running slow.
Oh,
And even when
uh,
I practiced around, it
surprising.
was slow.
Yeah, it's surprising.
That's the part I'm like a little iffy on. Like, what's the pace going to be if they've rolled them, mowed them, and got them a little bit more prepared, or are they still going to
Just
be dragging?
just use hole one as your test. Like, don't. That's not a hole that you're going to try to make birdie on. Do everything you can on that hole to make par. So it's a layup drive, playing to
Yep.
your shot on the second shot, hit the green, and then play to a stress-free two putt.
Yeah.
Even if you're 10 feet, like I would not say aim at the hole. Use that first putt and gauge the greens. If it happens to go in, awesome, you got a birdie, but you're playing for the two putt and you're not, because what you're going to do is you're either going to get not aggressive enough or you're going to get too aggressive. And then you're going to end up making a bogey
Yeah.
with a 4-foot putt and nerves. So it's just like, I always like to use that first green as, okay, this is confirmation that the putting green was similar, practice green was similar to the ones on course, and now we know we can go forward.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I'll be curious to see how it all plays out today. And just, you definitely have to hit your spots on this course. That's for sure.
Now you sound
Yeah.
very prepared. I got to ask you, I don't know if you're a music guy or not, but what's your, like, right before the first tee, what's the song you're going to listen to if you do listen to?
Oh, man.
Golden.
Yeah. It's going to be golden, man. It's going to be
Yeah.
fire me up right there.
Great song.
I don't know how it's done.
How it's done. This is our song. I mean,
This
got
is
some
our
great
song,
ones that came out of that movie.
Gosh, I've always like I've always kind of gone back to the rock. Just watch something and it's like you got Crazy Train, anything like a Bon Jovi, just something just kind of gets my for youth like energy that I've had
Yeah.
when I've listened to it. So it'll definitely be kind of like a rock thing. I mean, I enjoy all types of musics, but genres is just rock will probably be that. But you know, it also could be, I mean, Alex is not joking, like, thinking about the family and kids, just having a good time and just calm my nerves. It could be something as silly as, like, something from K-pop because it puts me in a better headspace.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was asking. I don't know if it was going to be like an energetic thing or more of like calm the nerves type of vibe.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of something like, I think when I get there, it's like, am I feeling amped already? And it's like, maybe I need to calm myself down
Okay.
or what's gonna help me kinda dial in
Yeah.
my mindset. So, yeah, it may be kind of a game time. It's like, I don't have a walk-up song.
Yeah.
We should
It's-
have that. Like, what's a walk-up song
Yeah.
to
Yeah, what is your walk-up song? I go from
It's a good question.
the group that did Friday Night Lights, all the
Yeah.
instrumentals, Explosions in the Sky. That has for years always been my warm-up music. When I'm practicing, it's usually Big X the Thug and rap and hip hop and stuff like that. Just like it's ridiculous. But then like warm up is always just Explosion of the Sky. It's an instrumental. I play it as loud as I can. It blocks out all the noise. So I don't know. It's opposite for me. It's not. It's less of a pump up. It's more of a focus.
Well, I know when you, the like, 1, maybe 2 times you actually had your speaker going when we've been playing golf, you usually do kind of like a mellow, like, I don't even know, like, it's not rock, it's just
The absolute best channel to listen to while playing golf is jazz rap. It's like coffee shop rap where it's got like that melody but it's like hip hop. I don't know. We'll listen to it on Thursday, Jason. My speaker is charged right now because I charged it for a photo day and then didn't use it because we just got busy really too fast. And then actually Marcus and I are playing in a work golf scramble on the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So what's going to be your music of choice now that you're with Marcus? What's Marcus's walk-up song?
Marcus is a Tejano country guy.
With some rap in there.
There's a little bit of rap, but it's I hear a lot of mariachi. I hear a lot of Tejano. And then we get
to Macarena.
Then we get some country in there. Hey, I don't mind it. I listen to everything. So I really don't care.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I usually use the Spotify AI thing, and it's like whatever I've been listening to.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Shoot, my walk-up song. Now that y'all got me thinking, I think it'd probably be like, I'm just gonna date myself. It'd probably be like something like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, or like Lil Scrappy.
Love Lil Jon and East Side Boys.
Yeah, something like that. Probably No Problems by Lil Scrappy. That'll probably get me going.
See, my actual walk-up song would be Pepas by Farruko.
Pepas? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Come on.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm actually we're talking all this stuff. I'm just going through and figuring out like what have I just channel like picked over Spotify over the last. Gosh, I've gone everywhere to 90s pop, to 90s summer hits, to 80s rock, 90s grunge, and just general rock mixes. So I've been all over the place. I think it's just what my mood is, what I'm feeling at the time of the year. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of have to see what happens.
Yeah. Wait, there needs to be like some kind of like a amateur kind of Ryder Cup, because I know they come up with walk-up songs.
Yeah.
Isn't it in the Ryder Cup when they come out with walk-up songs, or am I thinking the 16th hole at
the Waste Management?
Yeah, the Waste Management. Yeah.
Waste Management, I know they do something. TGL, I know they do walk-up songs.
Okay.
With that one. But yeah, I mean, shoot, what did I listen to? It was just in the car, like all these shit. Nirvana, Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
That guitar intro. I was like, dude, all right. Yeah. I'm good with that. Gosh, yeah. Shoot, maybe just pull something from the Fast and Furious soundtrack.
Yeah. It was a Tokyo Drift.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, there's 90s rock drive. I'm looking at this channel. It's got Weezer. I like Weezer. That's fun. Rage Against the Machine. That one popped up recently.
Sounds like you're gonna be pretty amped today.
Ooh, this is a new channel. I'm gonna add this channel. I just found a new channel. I'm gonna add this.
Is it on Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have an AI on there, so you can. I don't know if you've tried it out yet.
I have, but I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah, you can like write a prompt in there of saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go golfing. Can you give me something to get amped up?" And it'll probably.
Ooh, let me do that right now.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, I got it right. Okay. The DJ guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Playing a golf tournament.
Let's see what it recommends for you.
I need a walk-up song.
We're using AI, Alex.
Based.
The Spotify AI to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spotify AI, just to see what he's been listening to, and he's playing a golf tournament, and he's asking what's a couple good options there. So from someone that knows him better than we do. Yeah.
That's what it said.
I told you. I called that man.
All right, then that's what it is.
There you go.
I put my AirPods on, and I'm just gonna be like
verified.
Hey, you can't get mad. So wait, what did you just do? There's an AI. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a beta.
Okay.
Is it this ask for some music thing?
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
ask it the same thing.
Where'd it go?
What was the prompt? I gotta ask it.
So I went in here, and then right there, you see that right below the list, that
yeah,
blue right it says ask for, and I just typed in, I'm playing in a golf tournament today. What is my walk-up song? And it pulls from what your genre has been playing, and that's what it recommended.
See what I got.
It's hilarious. I mean, I've been driving miles, and all he wants is K-pop.
Mine's
Whose is that one?
that's Marcus.
That's me. I agree with that one. I was kind of thinking Lil Wayne too.
I don't even know
that
what this song.
good.
All right, Alex, your turn. What do you got?
It sounds like EDM.
Spotify discovered you.
Are you clubbing, Alex? What are you raves? You know that's why you're out late. Now we
That's
know.
funny. I told you I listen to just about anything. I mean, EDM is very popular in my warm ups or my practices. Anything that gets I try to like not settle my heart rate when I'm practicing to simulate that adrenaline. So like I will hit ball after ball and get that heart rate up.
That's funny.
That is
Wow.
funny. You probably had to blur out some of that sound just for copyright purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my Spotify just outed me as my thug rat phase.
That's the good stuff.
See,
So what are you listening to on the drive to Broken Bow here?
I don't know. I usually, if I'm driving, which I probably will for the first half, it'll probably be maybe a Theo Von podcast. And it'll probably be something that Blake hasn't heard. So like if she's interested in like, it's probably like a Chris Hemsworth or Jason Momoa one that he's done here recently. So she'll probably won't be interested in that. So we'll listen to that. But if she's driving, then it's like, I don't know, Taylor Swift and a bunch of it's Journey for sure.
Who drives typically?
Typically I drive. But if we wager something, we'll say, all right, you can drive this time. Sometimes she likes to take the wheel, so I don't mind it. I'll be passenger princess too.
I
But
don't know.
yeah,
I
90% of the time it's me.
I drove every hour, every minute to Florida and back. Like I don't let Casey drive.
So
we
drove to Florida and Blake told me, she's like, I'm going to help you drive. Great. I think she drove an hour, and that was like after we stopped for gas and we stopped to eat, and she's like, all right, I'm done. And so then I drove the rest of the way.
You know, I think the problem is we talked about this with sports, like gotta know the parent you are. Like if you put me in the passenger seat, like the whole time I'll just be like, you're not going fast enough.
Well,
we're losing time. You need to turn. You need to get. I just no. Just let me hit my lane. Let Casey be in her lane. She wants to kick her feet up and go to sleep. That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's where we transition away from me taking the wheel, and it's like exactly what you said. Drive faster. You're not. If you're going this slow, you shouldn't be in this lane. And then she's like, all right, you drive. Thanks.
Is she a fast or a slow driver?
So with her new car, she's a fast driver. Like I told her that she drives like a man now. Like she's like in and out of traffic, like a little not road ragey, but she's like, come on, get out of the way. So that's why I think recently with her, because she got an expedition here recently, and so she's a little bit all over the road. She's like queen of the road now.
She's like, I got the big car.
Exactly.
Move.
Get out of my way. Which I told her, I was like, you drive like a man now.
What color
different
car?
It's red.
Oh my gosh. Big red.
Yeah. Big red truck just coming down. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
funny. Man. I
like
usually end up doing most of the driving myself.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably pretty common. The man usually ends up driving most.
I mean, Shelby now, like, she'd just sit back with Miles and just keep him entertained a little bit, especially on our long road trips.
Honestly, that's 90% of why I don't want to be in passenger seat is because you have to deal with the kids on a road trip.
Yeah.
I'd rather just drive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
right
when I
about
say.
that.
That's why I say I don't let Casey drive because I don't want to
Well-
deal with that side of it. I think it's
your
better for
secret's
everyone.
out.
Yeah, I know, right? Should be like,
Yeah.
what the hell? I'm gonna drive more now.
Oh, yeah, you're stuck with the kids. Sit in the back.
No, it is a nightmare. When we went to Florida, man, it was constant. And that's one point I think she put her buds in and she couldn't hear, and Bella was like screaming, "Mom!" And I was like trying to like help, and finally I was like, "Case, I need you to help me here. Like, I you're tired of the kids, but I need your help. I can only reach so far with one hand."
Yeah, that's funny. It's like even just our little trips to daycare and back to school, it's like Miles will have something and then he gets upset. And I've been starting to get a little bit just like basic with him, like, Miles, you have to hold it. I'm driving. I can't help. And he's slowly grasping, like, there's only so much I can do. It's like, Miles, I can't help you. Like, I am driving. So you need to be patient. And so it's gradual, but there's times where it's like, I know he fusses and it's like, hey, I'm driving. I can't help. And then
Yeah.
he's been calmed down. So it's a process. But yeah, when they get to your age, I need to go to the bathroom. I want this. I want that. When they start getting more impatient,
The bathroom
It's
breaks are
tough.
terrible. You gonna make it in? Can you go without a bathroom break from where you're coming from? Is it 5 hours for you?
It's 3.5.
3.5.
well, that's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So you might be able to get there without a bathroom
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking, man, my kids they make me feel old, but they'll also probably be the kids that remember what a DVD was because we have DVD player in the expedition, which the first time he saw it or my son saw it, he's like, "Hey, can this stream YouTube?" I said, "No, this cannot stream YouTube." He's like, "Just put the DVD for YouTube in there and it'll work." I was like, "That's not how that works, bud." So
That's funny.
yeah, so now like
Oh,
those
gosh.
trips are pretty nice because they'll put on a movie, and
Yeah,
we
no
don't
issues.
hear from them for like 2 hours. Yeah, so
Yeah.
We did that. Yeah, Florida. We gave them their tablets for the back end of the trip when they started getting antsy.
mhm.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Like, we just put in a movie on the iPad and just hold it there for them just
Yeah, they make those
because
things that you can like mount it between the headrests.
I know we need to get one because it makes it so much easier. Right now, whoever's in the back has to hold it for them.
He's not old enough to hold his own yet.
No.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate for you.
Yeah. But I'm the one driving. So
It's unfortunate for Shelby.
Dad hack.
We need to make sure we tell the girls not to listen to this episode.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not. Yeah, this is not a good
That's
one.
funny.
no.
Yeah, this episode
Oh.
sucked. Don't listen to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was bad. We just don't know what we were doing. We're just rambling.
it was all golf related. He wouldn't be interested.
Funny. All right, boys, bring us home then.
All right, Marcus, you got it.
Oh man, I haven't rehearsed this one.
Put you on the spot.
Anything else you got, boys? We're good.
We're good.
Last words of wisdom here. One last word of wisdom from Alex to Jason for his tournament today. What would you say?
Just play your game plan. Don't alter. Just if you're gonna have good outcomes, you're gonna have bad outcomes. Just play your game plan and be happy with the outcome from where it goes there.
Done.
Hell yeah, play your game, enjoy it. Not a lot of people get to do it, so just enjoy the moment there. Well, thank you, fellas. Appreciate the time. See you next week.
See you guys next week.